know if you, Commander. Just say when. Some foes.
Ratcheting up by adversary vulnerabilities identified.
For you.
Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Fortificator is charged. I have a fix on their weaknesses. Check your scope for combatant analysis.
Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Combatant scan. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Fix on their weakness. Stun weapon ready, Commander. Mobilizing. On whom exactly? Yeah. Have a fix on their weaknesses. Taking the fight out of them. They're benumbed.
How are you still unrivaled?
Grenade! Away! Hastening to cover.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Unready.
He's carrying another agent.
Magazine, efficiently and in short order.
Ready to wait. On your command. I'm the one you need to worry about.
Investigating hot.
Troublemaker approaching.
Check your scope for combatant analysis. Fortificator at ready status.
Protectorate personnel only beyond this point. Leave immediately. If you are not of the Protectorate, you are this unit's enemy. Preparing to unleash disproportionate amount of ammunition on unresponsive bystander.
Resorting to violence. Yeah. Yeah. Either the rifts devoured everyone here, or they're all waiting to spring out at us.
Attention, IRC staff. Please head inside for an important announcement from the console. Attendance is mandatory.
Be more surprised if it was optional. At least that explains where everyone went.
I'll handle this. Enemies are afoot. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just get the signal.
Backing scan.
Currently performing the tasks of 6 subjects. Active job queue maximum exceeded. Excluding additional input.
Due to an anomalous event, the interstitial hall in Exhibition Tower is off limits for the foreseeable future to any and all non-essential personnel. All requests to view the prototype Rift Anomaly Modulator are hereby suspended for the time being. Please direct all further queries and study petitions to the lead researcher's office.
Subjects, listen well. Days ago, our beloved sovereign, in his infinite wisdom, submitted himself to mental refreshment to strengthen his resolve for the good of all. At his command, I, Emery Thoreau, now accept the responsibility of shepherding you through these dark times until our sovereign's blessed return. I shall not take this duty lightly, for I address you today not as the consul, nor even as your new leader, which I am, but as a simple man who wants nothing more than to defend his home and his neighbors. But I cannot do it alone.
The Sovereign's a downright dumb compared to the Council. This is gonna be bad for everyone.
It's a time to celebrate the bravery of our once and future sovereign. So dry those tears as I call upon you to stand tall with renewed zeal. Together, we will finish our great sovereign's work and purge Arcadia of those... to harm us. We shall clench our victory and step into the pro... future our matriarch promised.
Hold up! Let me know when you need an instruction.
Go for torpification. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. There must be something here.
I know how this looks, but I can assure you I have leave to look into... Oh, you're not security. Then you must be responsible for all the commotion I heard just now. For both our sakes, I think it best if we continue as we were. I will forget I saw you as long as you extend me the same courtesy. I was looking for proof, if you must know. There was an incident recently, and I believe our head of security is neglecting his duty to investigate. Albin Valancourt is the sentinel charged with supervising this facility and all its researchers. Unfortunately, he's a punitive man who delights in the wretchedness of others. I'd grasp a live rod if I could pass its current to him. Although, unless you have unusual license to be here, his odds of keeping head and body united diminish by the second. That must have been so difficult for you. Unless your lamps have oxidized, you must have noticed my arm. I lost it saving the Sovereign from a rift experiment gone wrong. An experiment I was in charge of, naturally. Valancourt supplied my name for the reports, incriminating me in the eyes of my colleagues. And since he's closed off that wing of the lab, I can't prove my innocence. This facility is not a place where mistakes are tolerated. Here, those who shoulder blame soon go headless. Coincidence is not causation, I know. But with recent events being what they are, it's difficult not to draw certain unpalatable theories beyond mere incompetence. Sabotage comes foremost to mind, though the perpetrator and purpose remain a mystery. If only Valancourt was not at permanent cross-purposes with me. I should have known you were here for the prototype. But for what ill-begotten purpose, I wonder? Scientific curiosity does not exclude an intent to harm, just as being sovereign does not preserve one from needing mental refreshment, apparently. Even though we have expanded our efforts beyond the modulator's use, Valancourt would still pay for such a theft. And I'll need it to reopen the rift in the closed-off wing. I couldn't possibly rely on an outsider to help me conduct an investigation, could I? No, that would be outrageous, unthinkable. Except, whatever the cause of the incident, it is my duty as a law-abiding Protectorate subject to gather proof and uncover its cause. Really, Valancourt is forcing my hand here. Help you with acquisition? Assuredly not. If, however, in your exploration of the lab, you happen upon the modulator, I surely would not be able to prevent you from seizing it. What I am offering is help afterward. Once you take the prototype, it will set off an immediate lockdown. I can facilitate your exit from the facility, but only if you help me in turn. That modulator will be necessary to unfold the rift and find the evidence I need. And if Valancourt suffers repercussions for its loss, I will count that as an added benefit. The prototype rift modulator is currently in Interstitial Hall, at the top of Exhibition Tower. There's a lift in the next room over that can take you directly there. Once you have the prototype, make your way to Valancourt's quarters. He should have a spare key card that will grant us access to the restricted wing. I'll monitor your progress from here. Be cautious. The guards of this facility will attack anyone unfamiliar to them. But once you have the keycard and rift device, reconvene here, and we'll go together to the wing. That is what we've agreed upon, is it not? Valancourt keeps all of the items he confiscates from the staff in a locked closet in his quarters. There may be something pertaining to the investigation within.
Never question, never doubt, there, never left.
Got trouble.
I'll handle this. I'm back and scared.
Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander.
One Rift anomaly modulator, as requested.
To the unsubtle thief. Yes, you with the rift modulator. It's not every day that someone is fool enough to break into the Interstitial Reconfiguration Center. I'd be obliged if you would regale me with the tale of how you managed to get this far. A crude assessment and utterly untrue. I am perfectly accommodating to non-incompetence. I suspect you did not reach here unaided. So who was it? Which one of my undutiful brain boxes helped sponsor this little pilferage? You cannot fault me for trying. Well, there will be time to scrutinize every angle of this breach at a later date, once I have dealt with you. Does such bravado normally advance your agenda? So be it. We can forgo civilities. I will await you in the hangar. There, bullets may fly more freely than words.
Got my lamps on an upfront.
What? Disturbance! Glory traitor!
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Improving position.
I have a fix on their weaknesses. Investigating hostile threat detection. Getting back to stupefy.
All you took. You know what Prudence always says. Frolic, prance, and shimmy to your heart's reasonable abandon? No, that's all. Say, remember that time the Sovereign caught us comparing pitchball cards? He was so excited about you having that vintage foil of his favorite Sovereign slugger.
That was ages ago. I'm a Protectors of Piety fan now.
Isn't that the console's favorite team?
Proceeding adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Miranda would have been 17 today. I can scarce imagine her. My little son. Nearly a woman grown. Will she recognize her father, I wonder? After all he has done to bring her back, will she gaze upon him with pride? Happiest of returns, Miranda. I trust this year to be the last one we share apart.
This is
Don't be reluctant to unfold any risks you come across using the modulator. They may eject something useful to you.
Yeah.
Do you suppose there's been another incident? Like the one with...
Ratcheting up my aggression. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Mitigating the threat. Take... Combatant scan. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Momentarily retreating.
Having that device nabbed on his watch nigh guarantees Valancourt a long stay in mental refreshment, if he is not subjected to swift and fitting arbitration first. It's sure to be in Valancourt's quarters. While you're there, remember to check his confiscation closet for anything of relevance to our investigation. Reviving me is strategically optimal.
For 6-ton weapons.
You have an update, I hope. I knew it! I am absolved. And yet, I cannot possibly imagine what would have possessed him to deliberately endanger the Sovereign's life. It's unconscionable. I would have liked to have been there when you gave that villain his reward. But nevertheless, my name is cleared and you deserve a reward for your efforts. Have no fear. No evidence of our little collaboration will survive. I'll see to it.
Now that you have the Rift modulator, any previously inaccessible rifts could be worth revisiting. Rifts may contain useful equipment and resources. However, due to the chaotic nature of reconstitution, some creative problem-solving may be required in reaching them.
Have an update about that personal matter. You know, back at Winter's Grasp, I found someone was continuing Anais, Sir Bujold's research. Believe I have a lead on their identity. I wholly agree. I pieced together information from earlier leading to Golden Ridge on Dorado. Oddly enough, to the anchor hold at Matriarch's Mercy Monastery. I had Val set the location on our map. I recognize we're juggling multiple crises, but I'd suggest we journey there sooner than later. May all our endeavors yield expected results.
you try to circumnavigate my authority.
Did you not hear me? You must leave unless you wish to be ushered into perfection before the rest of this architect-forsaken colony. You know, merged with the Rift. By being thrown in. No, we're not unthinking fools swayed by superstition. Our beliefs are scientifically proven by the esteemed leader themselves, who is infallible. Obviously, this is a wondrous time, friend. Our name was not chosen at random. It is a glorious dawn for all humankind. The Rifts are a means to achieve a perfect state of being, and they are once again active after laying relatively dormant for years. The end of our tortured existence is nigh. I don't know what to say to that. Is that good? I need guidance. Hierarch Wolcott! So, the power to manipulate rifts. That seems, let me just say I apologize if I've offended you in any way.
Did I hear something about manipulating the rifts, Acolyte? That smacks of false scientism, bordering on heresy. You should know that the rifts are inviolate perfection. And you may be able to fool an Acolyte, but I'm not as easily flummoxed. In what way can you possibly manipulate that which is the Architect's own tool for our salvation? Yes, of course it does. Makes perfect sense. If it does, in fact, do such. Can never be too certain about things of such import. A lot of crazed theoreticians about. Come, prove to me this device can do what you say. Then I will decide. But let me assure you, if you do anything but follow me to the rift, violence will ensue. I must admit to a certain modicum of suspicion towards your claims, but consider my interest piqued.
Why is the hierarch leading outsiders to the rift?
Something great important is afoot. No one gets escorted. Ordered to the rift. Is it time for sacrifices? When's our turn?
Acolyte Varney said he heard them talking about a device that can change the nature of the rift.
That's preposterous. Must be some tomfoolery at hand.
I am happy to obey the dictates of our leaders. I am loyal. I am happy to obey the dictates of our leaders.
If you can indeed control the rift, as you say, that changes things. It could force us to rethink our understanding of the rifts, but we are nothing if not truth seekers. We are here. Prove to me that your device can manipulate the rift, as you claim. Gods! This should not be possible. That device borders on the heretical. You will hand it over now, and then we shall decide what to do with you. And we are. But there is some chicanery afoot. It is not possible to change the nature of the rifts. They are the ultimate expression of the Architect's plan for humanity. So hand over that device, and your punishment may not be fatal.
Might be best to scarp her off before the bullets start flying.
Glorious Dawn! Attack the interlopers, now!
Ready to waste, on your command.
I have a fix on their weaknesses. Locking them down. They're benumbed. Check your scope for combatant analysis. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Adversary vulnerability. Torpificator is charged.
Enemy moving into harm's way.
Check your scope for combatant analysis. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Locking them down. Torpification in progress. Target analyzed.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just get the signal. You lack to hit. I'm the one you need to worry about.
Yeah. Combatant scans.
Got my lamps on.
Need to finish recharging first.
Given how entrenched the Protectorate are here, we ought to consider a strategy. Crossing our fingers don't count. Not a bad start, but we should consider calling down backup too. Many hands make for light, slaughter.
Well, we took Spyreton for them. If we can find a stealthy way to the Spyreton lift controls on this side, we can call them to send down troops.
Happily.
Mental refreshments. Are there to help you. Falling prey to imperfect thoughts?
Dictates. We repel invasive elements.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
Prudence dictates. We cherish all we have and defend it.
I see an unfriendly soldier.
Oh, I feel terrible. Everybody who never eaten Crabble again.
Prudence dictates. We reject individualism in all its many forms.
Preserve that progress. Sustain the system. Stray gone astray? Look at still today. Are you meant to
Don't act again!
Fortificator at ready status.
rout all disruptive influences.
Is a fellow subject lacking the appropriate zeal for their assigned work? Refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea. Shh.
Not a sound.
Combatant observed.
It is the duty of every sort of peculiar.
Better take a gander.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
The console provides, the system abides. It is the duty of every Protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak. Huh? A previous...
Mobilizing. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Invasive elements!
Reviving me is in everyone's best interest.
Spy, move!
This area's been picked over, and I bet whoever's responsible has our missing part.
Someone tapping into...
Got the lift working, did you? Aren't you an industrious one? Once you give the all clear, we'll head down to aid you. All right, standing by.
Investigating hostile intelligence.
Troublemaker posted.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Relocating the threat. Taking the fight out of them. On their weaknesses. Patience. Still in charge.
Let me know when you need a stretch.
Check your scope. For combatant anathema, consider self-preservation a priority. Would not refuse medical support.
Got my man on an unfortunate. Troublemaker approach. Without help, Commander.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
We're not paid to stand around. We're ready to fight. Just give the word. Message received. On the way.
Are you mentally refreshed?
Remember, all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Council.
Don't move! You're wanted for crimes against Auntie's choice. Make ready your bits, or make peace with the Architect. Everything seems to be in order. Carry on.
Talk about a feat of industrial engineering. The skill alone. Stick close, Commander. Wouldn't want you wandering off and getting lost.
In those rations. Oh, will this gastric nightmare never cease? Oh. Just a moment. Forgive me. I found myself irregularly indisposed from one direction or the other.
Pardon us if we don't shake hands later.
So do I need assistance from someone with substandard, non-protectorate medical training? Thank you, but no, you're too kind. I am the Archive's current operator. As such, I am the bearer of the Calcaduceus. I still have trouble saying that. Certainly. I recognize I am in no position to bargain, despite the fact it will no doubt earn me mental refreshment at best. If you have cleared our fortifications outside, I worry what has happened to our troops. I have little interest in sharing their fate. I would pass the Calcaduceus on to you, in exchange for granting me safe passage. The Archive would then recognize you as its operator. By all rights, I should fight against you to my dying breath for the Protectorate, rather than concede the Calcaduceus, for all it would serve. No. Capitulation I can stomach. Collusion I cannot. I refuse to assist you more. All right. I am providing you the Calcaduceus. Don't shoot. Here, you are now operator of the Archive. Congratulations. Is there a Protectorate curativist in the house? I feel rather woogly.
Calcaduceus detected. Alternative operator postulated. Concluded. Automatic replacement. Greetings, sentient. Welcome to the Archive. I am EUENIAC, the Universal Equation Numeric Integration Analytic Calculator. With the aid of my operator, I, a non-sentient inorganism, marshal vast computational resources across the moon of Cloister. Effectively, that is correct. My tone and demeanor are a carefully constructed complex emulation, a means to effectively convey information to sentient beings. My express programmatical purpose is to aid humanity's advancement, to optimize profits, i.e. gain over expenditure, to maximize the needs of our society above others, to attract the most consumers.
Is it broken? Did you just break the Archive?
Beg your pardon. How may I best facilitate your efforts? Perusing contents. Anatomizing diversiform particulars. Concatenating manifold integrants. Cursory assessment complete. An impressive accumulation of rift data. Similar in composition, though decidedly not in scope, to that provided by the Protectorate.
Information with the potential to offer unique commercial opportunities to those who wield it.
But why simply huck goods better, when such a bounty could be used to flawlessly regulate societal harmony, oversight, and means of production? What is the aim of your query? The previous operator, Assessor Ostergaard of the Protectorate, pursued a like query 1 year, 6 days ago, though the amount you've provided is several orders of magnitude larger. To perform similar calculations of larger scale at current suboptimal levels of functionality would require
25.7 years, and any job over 2 decades is billed by the hour.
Calculatory processing presently hovers around 49.7% capacity due to internecine conflict, misuse, and a lack of technical prowess by recent operators and their associates. In order to improve calculatory processing of rift data in a timely manner, repairs must be made to address the damage done by Protectorate and Auntie's Choice operators. I am unlocking access to the Underlands, the subterranean cave network below. It houses 2 key external systems, cold storage and thermal transfer. Cold storage will require servicing before you may retrieve the punch cards needed for processing. Repairing thermal transfer is technically optional, but rather advised. If you fail to restore it, the Archive and I may melt down later while running your calculations. Why is that optional? Our continued existence should be a paramount concern. Return later to discuss the remaining subsystem work, and soon everything will be running like clockwork.
Have a profitable day! In lieu of my transactional mindset, I'm unsealed one of the display cases in the central entranceway. The Sears Cerebellum Protector is now yours.
Report them for mental refreshment post-haste. It's not just a good idea, it's the law.
Every one of my 14 occupationally honed threat-detecting instincts is screaming for caution right now.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just give the signal. Can you imagine what it must have taken to build something like the Archive? The engineering alone is unlike anything I've ever seen.
Fortification in progress. The likelihood of them having a chance there was slim to none. Yeah.
To retrieve key data in cold storage in its present state requires a series of manual overrides. The first will enable identification of the storage brick housing the information.
If you encounter opposition, remember, our needs come first.
I believe the technical term for this is glaciated. Not the worst way to go.
Please do leave me in peace. There is nothing you could say that is interesting enough to interrupt my work. Please do leave me in peace. There is nothing you could say that is interesting enough to interrupt my work.
Yeah.
Data brick identified. Proceed to the cartridge extractor controls. There, perform a manual override to allow extraction.
What? What just happened? I didn't do... Wait! You out there! What did you just... Please, come talk to me. I must know what you did. What in the name of the matriarch did you do? We've been trying to restore these systems for weeks to no avail, and yet you stroll in here, wave that thing around, and the whole system lights up like a white dwarf? What did you do? You mean to say we've been running ourselves ragged here, while the whole time there's a device that controls the entirety of the Archive's computronic systems? And it was in the Protectorate's possession? That's damnably... I mean, the paradigm is infallible. I am certain we were meant to flail about without this obvious asset. For a reason. What does it do? How does it work? Please, tell me everything. Truly? Why, if that were to enact any additional functionality in our lab, it might just be the thing we need to complete our work. Oh, during the Order's assault, a Protectorate soldier ran to the control room and triggered the chemical fire suppression system, and it literally froze all the combatants in place. I've been working on a procedure to reverse the effects. Sadly, it has proved a hard shell to crack, and So far, I've been unsuccessful. For a moment, I believed your efforts to be my first sign of progress. I thought the machines whirring to life meant my efforts were successful. Unfortunately, I was mistaken. Perhaps. How much do you know about cellular biology and the inverse hydrophilic transitionary replacement theory? Well, I suppose it won't hurt to try. My theory, based on research a compatriot did on sprats, is that they suffered osmotic cellular transformation, meaning that the chemicals from the fire suppression system have infiltrated their bodies, replacing their cytoplasm, locking their cells in place. Therefore, if I can remove those chemicals and replace them with an artificial cytoplasm, such as a heated alcohol, they will reanimate and return to normal. What do you think? Counter? No, replace! What if I can replace the carbon and nitrogen with something inert? Something the body could then purge naturally? That's brilliant! Why, with a bit of luck, I could have the system up and working within the hour. Thank you for your help. It may be the best shot these poor souls have at returning to life. Let's start testing. Come in, just please. Be careful not to trigger the fire suppression system. I've removed the passkey, but I don't want to end up like those poor sods.
Sovereign, forgive me. All I saw was an endless sea of snarling Order traders pouring into the facility, and in that moment, my faculties desperately scrabbled to save ourselves. In my terror, I recalled the facility's safety briefing in the
I see an unfriendly source. Check enemy light just turned on.
Hostilities are afoot. Yes, stupendous stuff. Right there, you stupid thing. Of course.
Quick one.
Setting up my aggressive. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
What's going on over there, huh?
Proceeding to attack.
Hostile spotted.
Initiated. Proceed to the rail operations platform to reposition brick for export. Note, Protectorate troops have become alerted.
Investigating.
Got my lamps on and I'm front.
Go through.
Back to stand. Target analyzed. Lay down fire. Standing by to simplify. Come back.
Perfect society demands perfect thought.
Mobilizing. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
We shall stay their ambitions.
deserves a look.
Ratcheting up.
Get off the camera, Commander.
Data brick now in position for export to the archive. Initialize the final transport command at the data gateway station nearby.
You are one step closer to flooding Arcadia with untold business opportunities.
Appears the only way forward is to skitter across like ungainly children. Resorting to violence. I have a fix on their weak, locking them down, mitigating the threat. Scan.
The first few days of laboring around our frozen fellows were difficult. It was, if I may cheekily say, cold.
Hostilities are afoot.
I found myself acclimating to the situation and resumed
Go for torpification.
Given her always frigid demeanor, her disposition is no frostier today than it was before the incident. And, refreshingly, I can now finish my anecdotes without interruption. Frankly, her Hyperborean slumber makes her a better companion now than she ever was thawed. And I relish the thought of continuing our flourishing relationship in this new state.
There, the storage brick is on its way.
feeling distracted?
Prudence dictates we repel invasive elements.
Ought to hire the Protector for demolition work.
You're quite the go-getter. I had half your gumption, I'd have landed a spot on Auntie's ship.
Boss is waiting for you inside.
Nice work securing the archive exterior. Went off without a hitch. I'll be your on-the-ground liaison here while you wrap up the rest of your work. Per our agreement, you'll take control of the archive, run your little calculations on the rifts, then hand the, Calcaduceus over to us. How's that all coming along? Excellent. Has the archive unlocked the upper levels yet? No? When it does, I should have some useful inside info for you about that area. Come back by. Fine. I don't need to know details, however you need to do it, just so it's done. But when you get to the upper levels, I should have some useful inside info for you. I know a scientist we used to have working there. Swing back by.
Cold storage is operational, and your efforts there are satisfactorily complete. I am unsealing access to the Archive's upper levels. There, you will need to revitalize the reactor and disseminate the rift processing instructions.
Punch processing may require the services of an exterminator. Someone good, but willing to work cheap.
I have unlocked another display case in the central entranceway. The Tremor Cleaver, the first weapon designed with my aid, awaits you.
Where next? Punch card processing or the reactor? Yeah.
Anything else to report?